beneficial her services have been to the young people who are now in high school. They started off when they were in middle school. So definitely I definitely think that she is worth it because she is definitely doing the work. Anybody that's doing the work definitely deserves a sponsorship. So shout out to you, Miss Edwards, keep doing the awesome work with the young children that are brown and black of Jackson Public School District.
Absolutely, that's it, y'all. I'm here in the house shopping house. He
working in IT y'all today.
I'm in the IT department, but yeah, I'm definitely got some great events. You know, Dancing for the Stars, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. The energy was high.
A lot of fun.
You know, everybody's saying that they're ready for the next
You know, everybody's saying that they're ready for the next the next season, the next show.
Coming up soon.
You gonna be on that?
Coming up soon.
You gonna be on that?
No, I'm not putting dancing shoes up.
You know, the next day, it
was parts of my body aching. I didn't even know I had.
I can't believe it. You all see them never today. He always on the go.
Gotta be Katie, Miss Darlene Wilson out there.
Gotta get Miss Darlene Wilson out there in Utica, Mississippi. Thank you, Miss Wilson, so much for tuning in.
What's going on?
Well, that's all I have as far as current events. I do want to state you all, we are working on another cleanup initiative. Myself, Representative Nelson, Miss Jasmine Barnes, the City of Jackson Solid Waste Division, Hobson's Junk Remover, Mr. Kevin Parkinson, you all running for Ward 7 Councilman. We're all working on a community cleanup initiative, and it's going to be Mr. Hobson came up with the idea about kickball. So you all, I'm not that sports or athletically inclined, but Jasmine Miss Barnes wants to get the community out of involved, and her main goal is, which I love, is the children are the target. So she want to get the young people out, let them know the importance of voting, also let them know the importance of keeping their communities clean. Because we go to our neighboring cities and we always brag about how it's so clean and nice and neat, but unfortunately here in Jackson it looks like a third world in some areas, but other areas are clean. So we're gonna be launching that. Definitely, if you want to partner with us, let us know, because we are definitely going to be at a park near you. Come out with your tennis shoes on and help us pick up some trash and eat and play some games and definitely clean up. We're going to clean up, Jackson.
I'll pick up the trash and eat. I ain't going to be playing no kickball now, but I'll clean up. And
yeah, he that 40 knocking him down. Yeah.
Arthur. And look, just mentioning cleanup. So anybody in Byron, Mississippi, there will be a citywide cleanup on April the 12th. That's this Saturday from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. Come and meet us at City Hall. We're cleaning up all of the main streets in Byron.
Wow.
So this was all put together by my buddy, none other than Alderwoman Rochelle Gibson. And so Alderwoman, you showing out down there. Now, Alderwoman showing out again too, because after the cleanup in Davis Park, it's going to be a Meet the Easter Bunny event. So Saturday, April 12th, 12 to 5 p.m. Come out to Davis Road Park. Alderwoman Gibson, she's going to have the Easter Bunny out there. She's going to have like food, free snowballs, hot dogs, hamburgers. So definitely come on out and and see the new and revamped Davis Road Park. We got a lot of trees, like 100 trees for that. On those dead trees, maybe 1,500. There's one of those, a lot of them. A lot of trees been cut down. So please come out and support this event. You come and take a picture with Easter Bunny. I had mine last year. So Easter Bunny coming about. Please come on out and support that amazing event.
Hope you got some eggs too, because I want to be in front of the eggs.
I was thinking about this. I was saying, I'm gonna go and find everybody that got real eggs this year and save them. They wouldn't go to the store and spend all the money on them. Does that make sense?
If cheap was ever a person, look in the mirror and Fabian Nielsen's face shall appear.
If I see you with Easter egg, I'm gonna talk about you. But that's a good thing. But that's pretty good. You ain't gotta pay for them. Eggs too high.
Who y'all? He act like he just ain't got no money to do nothing. He wants to recycle everything, save everything. A quarter.
I'm gonna start composting soon. You seen people do that?
Yes.
I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah, I had to find one where the smell won't be in your house, so I want to compost.
Wow. So you all let's dive on into what you all have going on at the Mississippi White House. What y'all been doing up there? Because I see y'all didn't pass the budget, so now taxpayers gonna have to pay more money for you all to go back and session for something that you all could have done when you all were there.
So as of right now, yeah, it's silent night up there. Let's Ghost Town. We did end our session without a budget. You're absolutely correct about that. We worked, and it's not on the House of Representatives. So while 122 of us, it's not on us because we actually we passed
probably back mid-February sometime.
Mhm.
Sent it over to the Senate, and the Senate just kind of sat on it because Speaker Wright, when he came in, as our speaker last year, he said that he said he was not going to allow the budget to linger around and then we rush it past in the session. So he made his stance clear on it. However, the Senate, they kind of sat on it and waited until the last minute, and then the last minute, it didn't work out. And we wanted to basically go in and retake the budget up before we left, but we waited every day for the Senate to, work with us. They never wanted to work with us. And so we said, why are we coming up here, sitting up here, taking the taxpayers' money when there's nothing that we can do? So we got out of session a few days before the deadline. And so that way we will go into a special session, which the taxpayers will pay for. And knowing that we decided that we'll at least let them save some money on the front end. Because could have just gone and sat there, but that's not fair to the taxpayers to do that.
Still not fair that we have to pay for you all to go back because you should have done what you were supposed to do when you all were there.
I agree with you 100%. And the way times are right now, we need every single dollar, dime, penny, and then we have going back and just I'm with you on that. And with me personally, I don't want to go back to deal with a budget, something that should have been taken care of. I don't care about going back for a special session. If something happens and we have a natural disaster and we have to go back in, I don't mind going back for that because I see the reason in it happening. However, I have a problem with it's just basically like we didn't do our homework or we didn't do our assignment, all our schoolwork. And so this is a makeup test. We'll go back and make a test. But we're going to have to go back and work on the budget because if not, the state will ultimately shut down July 1 when all of this is completed. So we're going to be back up there. We're going to get this budget have that taken care of. Honestly, there are a lot of talks behind the scenes right now talking about trying to work it out. So I don't see a long special session. I see maybe a day, maybe 2 days at the most. That we go in there and get it done. But there will be a state budget pass for sure.
Okay. Well, you all, we do want to hit here. I still want to go back to Shannon Street with the disaster that most people face with the weather, the winds. However, you all, there's some people in our city that are really hurting, that are really in need, and we are passing them up. We're too busy nitpicking about things that are of no substance instead of doing the work. We need people that are actually working. The need is so great that we can't afford to continue being paid for no reason. And again, I have to say this every week until someone or everyone learns this lesson. The social media bullies. I don't see you all out here working, but you're constantly calling people out. And then that radio personality bullies as well, because you sit behind a radio and you criticize everyone else for what they're doing or what they're not doing. But I never see you out participating in the cleanup, showing or mentoring a young person, male or female, or I don't see you advocating in a positive manner for your community other than coming to 90.1 and ranting out someone else. So while we're saying that, I want to head on to the mural final run through on April 22nd. You all, is very pivotal that we go out and cast our vote for whoever the person that you deem that best aligns with your personal values. If they don't, then however, you make that decision on your own. But I do highly recommend, beseech you to vote. That's a given right that people sacrifice their lives, has died for. So definitely want to encourage you all to go out and vote. Things are not going to change within 1 year, 4 months, or 4 years. Because it did not get like this all of a sudden. This is neglect for years. And so just like your house, you don't take care of it, then you have a fatal catastrophe. So that's what's happened to Jackson.
And I want to make a commitment to my people in District 66. And actually, this will be for everybody. As right now, we don't know who our mayor is going to be. We don't know if our current mayor is going to be, and we don't know if we're getting a new mayor. But the commitment that I'm going to make y'all is that no matter who the mayor is, I'm going to work with them. I'm going to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do for our community. And if they're not, we're going to call them out on it. I feel like that's so important. we have to stop waiting until the election time and say we're going to call somebody out on something when it's time for re-election. They're going to get called out from day one, and that's not a way to attack them or no bad feelings. It's just to let the people know what's going on, because when you start talking about issues, you start seeing results. And you know, what happened on Shannon Street, that was absolutely ridiculous. Now, what I will say is that does not fall on the city. That falls on the power company. This is a tree down the power line or what have you.
Well, I want to take it back a step. It does fall on the city because, well, the city and the state, because the property is owned by the state. However, prior to that, it once was owned, I'm assuming, by the city. So when the city, more importantly, are not taking care of the properties that are in the city, that are their responsibility, then the city is at fault. I'm sorry, you know. Right is right and wrong on anybody. What's good for the goose?
And you know, you have an amazing point. Is the property where the tree fell from was a tax-forfeited property owned by the state of Mississippi. Now, what do we do to deal with that? In the past, the Mississippi Department of the Mississippi Secretary of State, which is the one responsible for it, Michael Watson, he didn't have money to go in and clean properties up. So we created a new fund which will allow them to go in and do things like that, like cut trees, maintain properties, demolish properties. Now, what's going to happen is Secretary Watson are riding around in his truck around the city of Jackson and all the houses. So what's going to happen is it's going to have to be a collaborative effort to put it on the radar and say this needs to be done. So we all have to work together. Just like you said, you're right. If that tree was cut and maintained,
being that state.
You
know, we want to advocate for our people, but I have to go back to the statement. I keep telling you, you got to give people something to work with. I mean, you're asking people to advocate for you and say that you're doing your very best, but you're not giving me anything to work with. That was just like I was telling you about Leah Circle. I went back today just looking up something because I had an issue, and we've been complaining, we've been stating the issue is plaguing this particular street. And I looked back today since 2022. However, I had someone from the Department of Planning or Code Enforcement tell me they have 800 cases and they've been working, but I don't see how you can work. And if this particular resident has been an issue for me since 2022, it has not been addressed. And I counted last week 11 cases on it last year. So that goes back to tell me a level of incompetence. Don't tell me that you're working on something and it's still there, it's still present, and there has not been any active movement on it. It tells you that you're not working on it. And again, it's a call to debate. That goes for me or anybody else. I'm not doing my job. I think I need to be called out on it. It doesn't have to be publicly, it can be privately, but don't feed me a lie.
You know, I want to send a shout out to Jackson Resource Center. They're doing some we got an echo. We got an echo feedback making sound. All right, y'all. Let us know. Our streaming audience saying that they're like, y'all. Let me know if I can hear us better now. But Jackson Resource Center, they're doing an amazing job over there.
Is that Ms. White?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I cannot say her first name without on her. We will say Ms. White. But Ms. White, she's doing an amazing job over there. There was some funds, I think $2.8 million.
Hold on, how much?
$2.8 million.
2.8 million. All I can do is right there.
So this is some ARPA money that was geared towards homelessness, which came to the city of Jackson. And she said we still have a serious echo. You gotta Miss Mary, do you hear her echo now? We're gonna see if it comes back. But 2.8 million ARPA funds were sent to the city of Jackson, and she was ultimately awarded this money, and she still, hasn't gotten it yet.
Hold on. She was awarded $2.8 million, and
yes,
she still has not received those funds. And these funds are to help, I'm assuming, homeless people in the city of Jackson.
Yes, it's going to help her build a shelter. And so we're being told that there's some administrative things that need to happen on her side. But like I told them is we have to sound as good. Like I told them, we have to, whenever you see something like that, we have to step in and say, hey, we're going to help you get this out, get this paperwork right. Because y'all know this garbage homeless encampment bill that was passed. It basically says homeless people can't, sleep in Smith's Park or can't, set up shopping places. When this goes into effect, where are they going to go? And being in the city, you should be saying this is somewhere she can house 80 people when she gets this money and is able to do what she's trying to do with the tiny house project. And so we have to start working together when we see something and say, hey, what do we have to do?
But I've been working with her this week, and we've been working with the city attorney to try to get everything wrapped up. And so hopefully by tomorrow, we have something done about it. But we got to fight for everybody.
We do.
But we appreciate her for fighting and staying here, because she could easily say, well, I'm just going to pack up and go somewhere else because I'm not appreciated, I'm not wanted here. So we appreciate her for realizing where her calling is and staying here and helping our community, because it's very much needed.
Yeah, that wow, 2.8 million. She hasn't. See, that's what I'm called. That's what calls people to say, forget Jackson. I'm gonna, like you stated, I'm gonna pack up and leave because you are trying to stunt my growth. People are trying to actually bridge the gap and create new innovative ideas that will definitely help our communities. And here you go, or here there are people that are causing interferences from her success. But we defeat that devil.
We do.
That's exactly what that is, a spirit of devilment.
And we're finding like a lot of money that's come in to the city and county ultimately has to be returned because it's not proper paperwork is not done to make sure this money goes to where it's supposed to be going. So we're going to have to start making sure we have people in place and not let this money go back. Our state aid fund, they sent about $400,000 back. And the people at state aid was saying we did everything we could to get this money for roads and bridges in Hinds County, and we just couldn't get it to them. So we pulled the money back, and it went to another county. They said other counties are waiting for other counties, and Hinds County isn't the only one. Just so I'm transparent, but they said the other counties are just waiting on the other counties because when they send the money back, it goes to other counties. But now what we will say is, as people, we can't get anything in Hinds County, but they get everything over in Madison. But we got to start asking, why is it happening? We got to start looking at leadership.
So, I was about to say, so is that a leadership issue?
It's a leadership issue.
Okay. So that makes sense then.
And we have had, and just being, honest, we have had a lot of changes in leadership on the county level. And what state aid did tell me is that the current administration, they're trying to work through it. So he did say that they're trying to fix it. So this was before the current board got there. But he says now they're getting it together. So yeah, most definitely. We got to start talking about those things. But I'm trying to get a system in place now where we will see the money that's coming into the city and county and following through to make sure that this money is actually used. And make sure all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed, because as bad as we need money right now, we can't afford to let $1 go back and go somewhere else. That's our money for the city of Jackson and Hinds County. That is our money. Our taxpayers have paid taxes. I mean, that money has come to us, so we got to make sure that, we're using it. I mean, nobody had time to send the money back.
Right. Thank you, Miss Adams, for sending us the pronunciation for Miss White name. But listen, I'm gonna have to call you so you can say it to me. I learned best by hearing.
Let me see. I'm gonna give it a shot.
Well, when you give it a shot, see, I know my weak and strong points. So I ain't gonna even try to steal slaughter.
Now, Miss White, if you listen, just don't
judge.
Don't judge. But it's Mrs. Puthalamus White. There we go. Puthalamus. Miss Puthalamus White over with Jackson Resource Center.
Listen, I'm gonna hear it. And if I hear it a couple times, I'm gonna have it down pat. I got it then.
But I've heard it and been knowing it for about 2 years, and so I still can't get it. I don't know what's gonna take.
Phobia like me, so
phobia. But yeah, she's doing some amazing work.
Jeez.
Oh, and something else I did not know is over on Shannon Street. Mm-hmm. Miss White is the one that sent the water. So she heard of what was going on, and she sent a truckload of water to our citizens on Shannon Street during the power outage. So we had, like I told you, we had
don't start calling people names because you might forget somebody. Just say thank you for those who came out.
We had Mr. Iman Thompson out.
See, this is what Grandma say, y'all. She tells somebody don't do something, you still do it.
Look, the mayor stopped by, Miss White. And just everybody else. There was a lot of other people out there. So all other people.
Again, don't call names because you will forget someone.
Okay, so thanks to all of the people or the peoples, all the peoples that came out. Thank y'all for coming out. And y'all, we were out there. So we were out there. Me and Mr. Thompson, he's running for city council, but me and Mr. Iman Thompson, we were out there till like 9 o'clock that night. And so I left to come to the radio and he left to go to a meeting. We came back and we just had a block party. People were outside laughing, having a good time. We just didn't have music. You should have came and sung your song. That's what you should have done. But we just had a block party out there. And, we still go by the neighborhood. I was over there yesterday, just the day before yesterday, just going by to check on them. And they saw me pull up. The kids were just running to my truck. I'm like, what's going on? How y'all doing? But people need to see that it's people out here that really care and they care about you. And we want to do the best thing for you. So shout out to everybody that helps us. But they just show all it takes is one person to start doing something. I went out there and I had a protest. I had my lawn chair and I said, I'm not moving to Energy Come and turn these lights on. If I spend the night sleeping in this chair, I will. And people saw it and other folks started coming and doing things because, we really weren't calling people. The word was just getting around as to what was going on.
You all, I do want to say this school is about to get out relatively in less than a month. Make certain if you have not done so, you have some type of extracurricular activity for your child. That's a summer program, summer job, something. For the last couple of years, it seems like crime beefs up during the times when the students are out for an extended period of time. So make certain that you have something planned for your young person. Item mine is a devil's workshop. So definitely make certain they're doing something to help them, because what they don't realize and understand now is 10 years from now, you're going to look back and wish that you had done something differently in your life. It won't be too late, but what will happen is it will take you much longer to accomplish your goals had you not done it when you were younger, and you could have used that time while you were youth. But I definitely want to state that I know in South Jackson, we've had a lot of issues, here lately with shootouts and other issues. And it's young people that are doing it for whatever reason, whatever the few matter is. So that's why I want to strongly commit or beg, beseech of the parents. Make certain you start now planning for your child or children to have something to do this summer.
And we're going to have some information because Miss Amia Edwards, the host of the organization that sponsored or that had this Dancing for the Stars, she has a summer program for kids for kids that are interested in the arts. And so we're going to get that information out to people because I've noticed, like, I remember last year I was looking for something for my son to do during the summer. And it was like, okay, we got a summer camp for 1 week here, another one for 1 week. I'm like, no, I need something for the whole summer. I don't want to have to run all over town. So we need something, because growing up, we had summer stuff going on. You had all kind of camp. Kids had stuff to do. But when you don't give kids something to do, like you said, they're going to find something to do.
Definitely to get into.
They will. So we got to make sure we're doing that. But you excited for summer?
No.
Why not?
It's hot already, and I do not like to be hot, you all. Like, it can be winter for me, 365.
Miss Mary Bradley said, good advice, Brenda. Hey, Miss Mary Bradley up there in Columbus, Ohio.
No, I do not like it. It's already hot, so I'm not looking forward to the summer at all. But any day above ground, I'm definitely looking forward to.
Amen. So you're right about that.
Some people are being what? Viewed and not seen.
They being viewed and us. I'd rather be seen. You've seen and viewed, I have to think for a minute. A lot of people are. So I don't want to be viewed anytime soon.
Right. So I deal with it. It's gonna be a hot summer. You can already tell.
Yeah, that's it. Also this evening, I'm actually headed to Hines Community College in Raymond. When I get off of here, their Department of Performance Arts, they're having a dance show, or dance show. What is it? A theater show. Yeah, well, they're gonna be dancing out there, y'all, at Hines Community College. But these are some of the dancers our backup dancers that dance with us. So I'm gonna stop out there to support them. They're doing tribute to like some of the greatest halftime shows from Super Bowl, and so I'm gonna run out there and spend some time and support them. They support. I'm telling you, those are such talented young people that were on our backup dance. I couldn't believe it, just their skill and the skills that they have. And so doing that, and tomorrow I will be traveling down to the best part of the state per Representative Jeffrey Huller, the Gulf Coast. He said the Gulf Coast. So I'm going down to the Gulf Coast tomorrow. We have a new VA home opening up down there tomorrow afternoon.
I could take that trip and go to Biloxi. I'll tell you what I do when I go, but
Lord have mercy. But I'm going down. I'm coming back because I got some stuff to do Saturday. I wish I could have had the whole weekend down there. But out of session, we're busier than when we in session. I tell folks all the time, I've been on the road every day this week going different places.
Yeah. And you all, before we end our services on tonight, we definitely want to go back to this, you all.
Take a collection up first.
I don't have a plate. I'm gonna bring a plate in my tambourine. I'm gonna finally get it.
Cash App $F Nelson 85. Cash App $F Nelson 85 for your contributions. Let me stop. Y'all don't send no money to my cash. I was just playing with y'all. Go on now. Look, I'm just playing with y'all and I'm winking over here now.
But anyway, you all seriously don't pay attention to. I gotta stress this. Don't pay attention to all the negativity that's being shined on Facebook about how it relates to Jackson. You all, Jackson is definitely a jewel, but it takes a visionary leader to be in the seat to navigate us to where we're trying to go. But the person first must have God now. Now, after having God, that God has to give that person a vision for the city. And our city is struggling, or should I say, we're allergic to work. We don't want people that will work. We want to go get a check and do nothing every day. So again, I definitely want to stress to you all, make certain that you definitely are not entertaining the negativity. Make certain that you are definitely looking and vetting the candidates that are actually saying that, hey, I want to serve you. I'm going to do it with my whole heart. And a tree is known by the fruit it bears. Watch what people do. It says everything about them. Don't listen to what most people say. Watch their actions. So I want to throw that out there again because I'm seeing a lot of negativity on Facebook, like, this person, that person. Don't listen to all of it.
I am too. And when I look around town, I don't see Jackson for what it is now. I see Jackson as what it can be, what it's going to be. And I see the table turning. I see the tides turning. That's what I focus on. All the negativity and negative talk, I don't entertain it. When people start talking negative, I start talking positive. They said something bad. I said, well, it's getting better because this has happened. And if it's so bad, and I'm going to step on some toes here, but if Jackson is so bad, you talk about it so much, then move. There are other places you can go. Nobody's making you be here. So stop sitting here talking about it and beating our city down, and you still live here and you're not doing anything to try to help make it better. Now, if you're talking about it, we need to see you out here saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do.
The ones out here on 90.1 and on the Mark radio talk show Facebook, aka I don't see them at no cleanups. I don't see them put forth no water drive. I don't see them mentor any children, and
I also don't see them talk about the good-ish things that are going on in town.
Oh, and I don't see them supporting any of it either.
Yeah, so that's it. My message to you: if Jackson's so bad, move. But because it's going to take, we got to stop depending on our elected officials to fix Jackson.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
We're going to have to come together as people and fix it. And so if you're not invested in coming in here and taking back what's ours and fixing it and making it better, go somewhere else. I mean, it may sound mean. I may get calls mean, cutthroat. I mean, I don't care because, we've had enough of this abuse, just people putting a false narrative out. For a lot of things that are happening, there are a lot of false narratives about it. But we're not talking about the good things. We're not talking about all of these brilliant minds that we have over at JPS right now. So I'll be on here a whole nother hour. Y'all gonna take us on home, Ms. Bowman.
All right, well, we're about to go, you all. Listen, before we go, Miss Angela Morgan of the James family of Utica wants you all to know we'll announce it up until the actual event. 2025 anniversary celebration. You all go out Sunday, April 27th, 2025, 3 p.m. McKenzie Arena, Raymond. Everybody know about the big old city in Raymond.
Who's that though?
Look, nosy, y'all. I'll send you the flyer so you can get.
What you telling everybody else?
I'll text it to you.
Lord Jesus.
Anyway, you all, McKenzie Arena in Raymond, $5 admission. Contact Angela J. Morgan for any questions. 769. Ooh, can't see. 226-0171 or Miss Pearlie Johnson 601-209-6371. The guests will be the Anointed Voices, Utica Southern Airs, Minister Cedric Brown and family, Josh Miles, the Kaiser Singers, the B&H Gospel Singers, Songs of Joy, and the Sensational Voices. Oh, Marvin Nicole is going to be the mission of ceremony, Mississippi Mass Choir. So you all, please support.
And a special guest is going to be Miss Brittany Bowman.
Let me see my song. I'm going to get up there and harmonize.
I pay $15. Come see that 50. How much?
Okay, well, 500. All right, you all. So just go out and support this event. Again, that's in Raymond, Mississippi. Utica Southern Airs, James family from Utica. So this 2025 anniversary celebration, you all, it'll be again Sunday, April 27th at 3 p.m. Arrive early, and it's only $5 you all for the lineup. So we'll keep announcing that. Definitely want to, again, anything that's going on positive in the city of Jackson and Hinds County, send it to us. We'll definitely promote it for you.
All right. And with that being said, it was time for the benediction.
All right. All hearts and minds satisfied?
We satisfied. We here.
What's the closing word for tonight? What book you coming out of?
We need, you know what? We need to come out of Exodus, I believe. Since we're talking about people leaving. Right. Come out of Exodus. But y'all, it's been amazing as always. I thank y'all for always sharing your Thursdays with us. We love sharing ours with you. And just know that change is here. Change is coming. This election, a lot of people are talking about it and upset about it. This election don't mean anything, because I'm going to tell you, I served somebody. I serve somebody. I serve the one that's gonna really fix the things.
Somebody go to church, bring me a tambourine, because I ain't got no money yet to go buy one.
And so I don't care who wins the election, because it's the man upstairs. It's in his hands.
He don't work it out every time. He don't work it out.
He has his hands all over Jackson right now, and we're gonna keep it over there. We're gonna keep on praying, and we're gonna be fine, y'all. So y'all, until next week, y'all take care. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Take us out, Handy.
Handy, take us on home.